Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to show you how to migrate your current Flutter applications from the version number 1 to the version number 2, and also we will take advantage of this change and we are going to migrate to null safety. So please sit down, take a moment, and let's get started. GitHub account, and this is a e-commerce template you can use as open source. This has different screens, different pages, but the problem with this template is this template was made with the Flutter version 1, so we are going to try to migrate this to the version 2. So I already cloned the repo, so we are going to try to do it step by step. Okay, so the first step I'm going to do is try to upgrade the Dart version. As you know, to allow to use null safety, we're going to change this from the 2.2 to 2.12. When I do that, you will notice that we're going to get a lot of problems, and the reason of that is because of null safety. So that's part of the party, that's part of the things we're going to do. But yeah, that's the first step. Then the next step is migrate our different packages to allow to support them null safety. So for that, I will go to pub.dev. We're going to go one by one to the corresponding null safety version. As you see, this don't support null safety, so we will find sometimes with packages that doesn't support null safety. So we are going to need to use an alternative, or we are going to change the package. For this example, at the moment, I'm going to comment it. We'll go to this package. We are going to get the last version, and let's start to replace it. Let's go with the next one. Right. And we'll speed up the video while I do this mechanic repetition. I see you in a while. Okay, here we go. This is the more repetitive work we are going to do, but as part of the job. So let's do it. Let's get started with this one. For example, I need to initialize this variable. That's one of the changes that we need to do for Flutter 2 version. So I can solve this quickly, initializing this as an empty list. And ready. Okay, and you will see here a description of this error. So I just need to do this. I'm ready. Okay, we solve our first file. Congratulations. Okay, let's continue. Let's go with this one. Right now I'm not using the key, so I will get rid of this, and this will be important to use the required parameter. So here we have different options. For example, if I get rid of required, that means that this value could be null. So if that is the case, I need to change the definition of the variable. And to do that, I need to change the category model to a category or a null value. And that will solve my issue. But that will imply that I will need to manage the variable according to the two values supported. For example, I need to consider that this can be a category model, but this can be a null value. So I need to take in mind that. One of the things I recommend you is try to use required as much as you can. So in that case, you can initialize your widgets or your models and in the other side you can manage the null values, and you can like avoid to have null values here. I advise you to do that, but we can find different scenarios. So that is not a final rule. But yeah, we did it. Second one, congratulations. Okay. As you see, I'm trying to get rid of the keys because the keys are just necessary when you need to have the identification on a specific widget. For example, if you have the widget in a list view and you want to get rid of that widget in the list view, maybe you will need a key to identify the widget and to allow to get rid of the widget after you execute the set state. But right now I don't need that. Ready? Everyone. Congratulations. Okay, here we will have maybe a lot of problems because of Swiper. Swiper doesn't support null safety, so maybe we will need to change the way we are implementing these packages, but we are going to do this later. Right now I'm just giving you some examples, the different scenarios you can find when you will decide to move to Flutter 2 version. Okay, let's go ahead. Again, remove key, required. Ready. Main page. I'm not using this variable, so I will get rid of this. Again, I'm not using this, so I will get rid of this. Here I have a good example. For example, I'm defining this tab controller, but I will initialize this tab controller in the init state method. So to do that, I will need to use the late tag. Late is just available in the Flutter 2 version, and there are different scenarios we can use late, but mainly we are saying that we are going to define this variable later, but we need to take care with this late tag, because for example, if I put the late here and I don't initialize the tab controller in the init state, and for example I decided to initialize it here, I will have an issue, because when I'm saying this will be initialized later, I need to do it as soon as possible. So for me, as soon as possible is the init state, because if I do it later in the build method, that's too late, and that will break the variable, because you will need to get the value of that controller to use it here. So there are different scenarios, but I really recommend you, if you want to use late, try to initialize it as soon as possible, in this case in the init state. Same here with the tab controller, and ready. Well, the other options I can do without use the late is to allow this to be a null, because I can do this, and I can define the bottom tab controller but don't initialize it, and I can do it later. But you need to take in mind that then you will need to manage the bottom tab controller with different evaluations, considering that this could be a tab controller or it could be a null. So take in mind that. For example, if I do that here, maybe I will need to use the exclamation mark. So in that case, I'm saying this could be a null, or if that is the case, this is null. Okay, we are using this like this conditional to allow to assign a tab controller here, because this is requiring a tab controller. It is not requiring a tab controller or a null. So that's the reason I need to add this exclamation mark. But yeah, just take in mind that. Well, the advices I give you is try to really think if this value could be a null. If not, I would say try to don't define your variables as a model or a int or double and or a null. Maybe it is not the best practice. So that's my advice. As I mentioned, I've done this migration different times, and frequently I need to do this, but you need to think and to evaluate where are you going to use the variable, you're going to pass it in another constructor, things like that. So just take in mind that. So again, back, let's try to use it here as late and ready. I think I just have this error here, but I'm getting rid of this because I don't need it. I'm ready. Another one. It's ready. Okay, sometimes you don't need to think too much about the changes you are doing, and that's good, because you know you don't waste too much time thinking of the different variables. But there are different scenarios, and in other scenarios maybe there are more considerations, so that's part of the challenge. Okay, here it says a value of type color or null can be assigned to a variable of type color. So in that case, this is saying that this could be, right, this could be a color, but this could be a null. So to avoid that, I can use this. Or if I want to assign a default color, for example, I can say colors.red and ready. I'm saying if this is null, okay, assign a color red, right? But as I told you before, this depends of the cases. Okay, ready? Let's go ahead. Where I am initializing this. If you see this, I'm not using this, so I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, ready. try to, when you have commented code, if you are not using it, try to get rid of it. Okay, this is requesting a widget, so I can assign it a null value. So I will just use a size box, which is similar to an empty widget. Ready? If you see here, for this new version, this is saying that I don't need to use the child. Instead, I need to define a builder method. So I'm replacing this for this. Ready? Also try to use your commas to indent better your code. Ready? Same here. And same here. And that's it. We are doing very good, doing amazing. Okay, I'm not using this. I'm getting rid of this. I'm not using the key. Getting rid of the key. This is an interesting example. For this example, if you see, this is not requiring me by the way, this is not requiring me a required tag, and the reason of that is because I'm saying this is not a name parameter. So when I don't use name parameters, this makes me to pass obligatorily the argument. So that's the reason this is not requiring me a required tag. I will keep it as it is, but I will say the best practice is to try named parameters, but when you have more than 2 parameters, when you have more than 2 parameters, it's better to identify your different arguments with a name. So when someone is trying to debug your code, can understand why you are passing this variable and what's the name of that variable. So for this case, I think we will get rid of this. I think I will get rid of this file since I'm not using it. As you see, this package has changed a little bit. So in the past, I was able to use the number dot member picker.integer, but right now I can't. Okay, I will need to see them, to take a look on the official documentation for the package, so I can see the changes. Maybe I will need to use this instead of the one I have. Mean value is 1, 10, unchanged. I will use this method. To make sense. Okay, for the moment, I think that's all. Quantity. Okay, I think that's enough. But one of the things, or in my experience doing this work, is first step I need to get rid or to eliminate the red errors. So when I able to do it, I can run the app, and then for sure you need to test your screens and you need to evaluate if everything is working as expected. Sometimes it won't, so I need to go flow by flow and try to see the errors, and then I try to debug it. Some of the errors are related to the late tags or to the way I'm defining the variables or things like that, or a null variable which is expecting a different value. So there are different scenarios, but just to let you know. But yeah, I think we are in a good spot. We are doing it great. So let's keep it up. Object can be assigned to, okay, gotcha. It says this is a string. Okay, okay. Okay, for the moment I will keep it as it is, but I'm sure maybe this won't work as expected. So one of the things I recommend you is try to create some to-do tags, so you can put the strip team name, for example, Flutter to migration. So that way you need to, when you complete the work, you will need to go back and see and review all your to-do tags, and you will need to evaluate the things you need to do to solve the different issues. But right now it's ready, which is good. Okay, same here. Okay, and for this case, I will recommend you to initialize this as an empty screen, so we avoid this variable as a null, and we can like manage the string easier if you compare with a null or a string. If I can ask you, what would you do with this scenario? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we need to use a late because we are initializing this and the init state. And yeah, it's ready. One of the other important things we need to do for the Flutter to migration are the buttons. The buttons have changed for the new version. And we need to go to the guide because some of the properties are sort of different. But for this case, we are going to keep it as it is, so we can advance with the work. Okay. Let's go, let's go. Okay. This is request me and Uri. Okay. Then maybe I will need to take a look on this. One of the other things I really recommend you is to use final instead of bar. Okay. Maybe a to-do to remember the things we need to review later. Perfect. We are doing great. Required. This is not required. Okay, so this is a good example. This is a good example. So if I am evaluating that this image could be null, maybe I'm initializing or I'm calling the method as an image with a null value. For this case, I'm not using this. I'm not using this file. So let's get rid of this. Okay, I'm doing great. Okay. Let's go with the okay, I did a mistake here. I need to okay. That's a good one. I need to restore this file because I didn't notice that this is an important file, and I didn't realize that we have two objects here, two classes here. So this one, I'm not using this one. I will get rid of this. Ready. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, we are in the okay, nice. So I think we are close to complete it. Well, almost closed. Okay, ready. No more keys. I hope this video can be useful for you guys. I hope to do this kind of videos more often, and also you have some suggestions, you can send me your suggestions. Right now I'm working for a USA startup, and we are using Flutter as our main framework for the mobile development. So I have some experience creating mobile applications since the 2006 the 2019. Since the 2019 I started with Flutter, and it's a pleasure for me to create this kind of videos to help the community. So let me know any doubts or any additional things I can help you with. If you see, sometimes this is a huge work, so try to planify your estimation of time, because this can take you some time to complete it. Okay, this is interesting. Same here. I think I can use the void callback if I'm not wrong. Right. So a void callback is a like more elegant way to initialize a void function. No, so you can just use a void callback, and that represents the same. But void callback is equal to void function. I'm ready. Did it. Okay. Well done. Okay. Yeah, I think. Okay, I can use the 0 one. Okay. Nice. Okay, so the work I will keep doing since now on will be the same you have seen during this like 20 minutes. So I will just speed up the camera or the recording, so that way you can just learn from the main points. I don't want to to this video to be too much boring, so I will speed up this video, and I will see you later when I complete this work. So stay here. I think I need to use this. Okay, so right now we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 7 remaining files which need a little bit of work. We were closed. In this file, I'm noticing that we have like a lot of classes. So as I told you before, I did this project 2 years ago. So maybe I just decided to create some from JSON methods manually, but right now maybe it is not the best way to do it. So to avoid this disorder here, we are going to try to order this a little bit. And one of the things we are going to use is the JSON serialization that Flutter proposed. So we are going to try to do that. So in that way, we can avoid to start doing this manually, right? And for in order to do that, we are going to use two important methods to generate the JSON methods automatically. Those methods are the ones I will put in the dev dependencies right here. So the view runner will allow me to generate the code, and the JSON will allow me to define the different methods or the different properties. So I will stick to the information that Flutter provides me. I will try to replace the toJSON and the user from JSON, right? As they propose. Ready? And one of the important things is I will need to define a partial class. I will need to write part user dot g dot start. Of course, this file doesn't exist already, but when I execute the generation command, that will be solved. Okay, so right now I did it with the user, but in order to do it this better, I will need to separate the different classes, and that way I can order a little bit better the code, right? Nice. So in that way you will have a more organized code. Nice. Perfect. So right now I need to do the same I did with the user. Nice. Finally we did it. We just need to execute the command and ready. Command to do it is this one. Let's see what's going on. Perfect. Okay, I think I got a problem with the login. Okay, it seems it's related to the name. Trying to change just this for example. Got it. I think it's related with the logging. Which makes sense. So maybe we are going to change the name temporarily, but then we are going to evaluate it. Logging. So let's put it logging. Logging. I got it. I think I just needed to change the name. Perfect. Logging. Okay. Let's move ahead. Okay, finally we did it. That's amazing. I think that's the more difficult part we needed to do. But yeah, we are almost ready. So let's perfect. Okay, so we have problems with the swiper. We need to decide how to solve that. Okay, nice. Okay, this is a temporal solution, but we'll need to take a look later. Oh yeah, okay, we have one. Nice. One, two, Okay, so it seems we have an issue with one of the packages. We're going to take a look on the official documentation, and that way we can need to replace it with this one. The package legacy should be okay. Okay. Maybe it's the version. Okay, maybe it's the version. That's it. Okay, so maybe I should not use the okay, use the same one. Nice. Perfect. Nice. Okay, this one we will try to do it later. For controller. Okay, we are close. We are close. Late. widget, the context widget. Nice. Okay, we're close, we're close. Okay. Okay, so finally we just have pending the swiper stuff. Here and here. Okay, so one of the things I suggest is maybe for the moment we're going to find for a replace swiper. Okay, I think we're going to use this one. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to use this one. Do it. Here we go. Maybe the easy one is because this doesn't have like a dot indicator. Maybe it'll be easier to call it. Nice. Love it. Perfect. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Okay, finally, after the long work, we did it. We got rid of the errors. Seems that we have a okay, got it, got it. Okay. We are going to generate the code again. Okay. It worked. Okay, so let's open our simulator and let's see how it goes. For this first phase, I think we are ready. Then the second phase, now trying to run the application for the first time and getting some issues. So one of the things I trying to do is go to Xcode and try to update the minimal iOS deployment target. We have 9 and we are updating to 13 ready. Also for previous experience, I have a list of commands you will need to run or to verify in order to have a successful tuning. So first thing, I need to get rid of the both.log. Also the Flutter framework, if exists, Flutter, but it isn't. So if there isn't, skip it to execute this one. Now this one, and go to the iOS, put integrate, and put update. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, again, we are getting an issue. Let's going to try to research a little bit. As I mentioned before, each project will have their own challenges. Remember that. And now I don't know what's going on with. It's important. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, guys, that's a good notice. I finally did it. Nice. It works. Here we go. That's perfect. It's running with Flutter too. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I love it. Okay, guys, I'm really happy. Finally have my e-commerce template back with Flutter.2. That's a good notice for you. So I hope you can use this project, and I hope your support is really important. That would allow me to create more projects like this in the future. But yeah, I'm really happy for this. Really happy for this. And finally, maybe one of the things we need to. It's amazing. Perfect. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the final of the video. Yeah, thank you for wait until here, and I see you in the next time.